So in section 4.4, we had an example of indirect variation, that is, one goes up, the other one goes down. So let's take a look at this over here. The distance that, or the time that it takes you to get a certain distance, we figured out was 40 divided by this number here. So there's a couple ways that I can do this. I can put in an equation, for instance, it equals 40 divided by this, and then copy it all the way down. Nothing wrong with that. But if I want to go back and say, well, you know, I changed my mind on this distance, then I got to go change all my formulas. Another way that you could think to do this would be, for instance, say, all right, it's equal to this distance divided by this distance. And it starts out giving me the right thing, but watch what happens when I try and pull it down. It starts giving me some weird stuff here, doesn't it? It doesn't work anymore. And that's because when you pull it down, instead of looking to this cell, D1, when you pull it down, it's going to start looking to this cell, D2. And then it's going to look for D3, which is why I'm getting an error here. It's trying to take D3 and divide it by this number. And that's not what we want. We want this thing to stay fixed. So if I want to keep that thing fixed in my formulas, here's a nice little trick you can do. So if you want to lock a particular number, and it's the 40 that I want locked, then you put a dollar sign, help if I put a dollar sign in front of the letter and a dollar sign in front of the number, and that locks both the row and the column. So now when I drag this down, I get what I'm supposed to. It works out pretty nice. Now here's the cool thing. Suppose that I asked the seal to change this to 50. She might look at that and go, oh, that's going to mean I have to change all these formulas. Actually, no, it doesn't, because I have this thing locked. So if I put in a 50 here, when I press the Enter key, all those times should change. Great. So now I've set this formula up kind of once and for all. I don't have to keep on tweaking this every time I change this number, because this number is locked. I can put it as to anything. So what, it was 276 miles on I-75 up to Mackinac, or 276 miles up to Mackinac. There you go. Certainly, it would pay to have a jetpack in this case. All right. Could take you a while to get there if you're walking at a mosey pace. Now, remember, when you graph these things, what's the one thing that I asked you for? It was a little bit above and beyond what I've been picky about so far. When you graph this, when you do a scatter plot, I want the X and Y axes labeled. All right, so please label the X and Y axes, and we'll both be happy. All right.